Welcome back. A local veteran recently started a business to help himself and other veterans at the same time. It's called J-Dog Junk Removal, and it's a hauling company that has gone national. And you have the story for us, I understand.
Yes, I recently met a St. Augustine man who just started his J-Dog Junk Removal business beginning of this year. I got to meet him recently, and he talked to me about what he does for his business and also the importance of supporting his fellow veterans.
I came in the Navy in November of 1988 out of Northern Virginia, Fairfax County, and I served for 22 years, 4 months, and 27 days. Through that time, I lived in Guam, Japan twice, England, and Italy. And that's why I joined, because I wanted to see the world and experience different cultures, meet different people.
Serving our country for more than 2 decades is a vivid memory for Mike Hare of St. Augustine.
While I was in, I hunted submarines. I did it from land and from ship, actively and passively. I have a lot of experience in underwater sound and how sound propagates underwater, which doesn't really transfer to the outside world very well.
He one day saw a truck that looked similar to the one he drives now. Hard to miss, wrapped in J-Dog logos and sayings.
J-Dog CEO is Jerry Flanagan. He started everything in 2011, where he was just his own J-Dog guy. In about 2 years, he had had so much business in the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania area that he decided franchising might be a better route because he could reach out to veterans and help a lot of veterans.
The J-Dog CEO can now add Mike to his count of veterans he's helping because Mike is now up and running, helping people like Joe Kelly.
Very neat and clean in all the jobs he does. Second of all, he's very fair, price-wise. He's not that expensive. He's very fair. And he's honest.
On this specific job, Mike helped Joe haul away unwanted items from his garage and fixed a broken shelf. But Mike and J-Dog can do so much more.
I take items that people no longer want or need, and I do my best to repurpose them. Or if it's something that can be recycled, I will recycle it. You know, cardboard, paper, scrap metal. So on average, in the 2.5 months I've been working, I've been able to repurpose 75% of what I've hauled away.
Joe likes that Mike is honest, but he also likes that he's a veteran.
I'm a veteran myself, 6 years Air Force. Mike being a veteran, he knows only too well how veterans have suffered in more ways, so he's took it upon himself to have a career that not only helps himself, but it helps veterans. And I admire that.
Joe learned of J-Dog through his neighbor John, who also has nothing but great things to say about the Navy veteran and his company.
Helped us move in, was outstanding. He was very reasonable, honest person, and I can only speak well of him, and I hope that people understand that his values in this field are outstanding.
Mike is enjoying what he's doing, but wants to be able to reach more veterans, and understandably gets emotional when talking about it.
There's not a lot of veterans to hire in this area, so I'm begging my head on the door and not getting results, which is why I'm cheering up right now, because veterans need help, and there's an opportunity here, and I'm struggling to reach them.
Whether looking to work part-time or full-time, Mike hopes veterans in the area will reach out to him. And if you're in need of any type of junk removal or hauling services, Joe asks that you remember to contact Mike and J-Dog.
He's a great guy, and like I say, he does very, very good work. I'd recommend him to anybody.
I'm Elizabeth Campbell for River City Live.
So he also says he has helped doctors' offices move from one location to the next. He's hauled away things as big as playgrounds, underground pools, and backyards. So if you're not sure whether or not he can help you, just give him a call. He'll give you a free estimate, and then he'll work with you. And if you want to learn more about his franchise or how they're helping veterans nationwide, you can go to their website, which we provided on our website, rivercitylivetv.com.
Just click on that As Seen on RCL tab. Great story. We'll be back.